Good day, everyone. Welcome to our class Social Studies, grade 7A and 7B. This is your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. So this video is made for your review for final assessment for Social Studies. Class October 4, 2021, that will be Monday next week. Grade 7 Social Studies will be having final assessment and link will be posted in Google Classroom at 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So good luck, everyone. For problems, questions, and clarifications, please call me in my personal line account. Review tip: rewatch the review video in Google Classroom before taking your final assessment. Class for Social Studies Final Assessment, Grade 7A and 7B. These are the pointers to review, what to read and rewatch. We only have one unit, which is Unit 5, Living in Thai Society, Social Studies book, pages 78 to 107. And review tip: rewatch the review video in Google Classroom before taking your final assessment, Semester 1. Good luck! Class, for the objective of our lesson for today, students must be able to know Unit 5, Living in Thai Society. So I expect that at the end of our online discussion, you already know all about Unit 5, Living in Thai Society, because this is the only unit that is in your final assessment. Class, let us study about the character of Thai society. So the Kingdom of Thailand started in 1249 AD when King Siri Indratit founded Sukhothai, which is the country's first capital, and made himself the first king of this land. And during the past, Thailand encountered threats which have gradually shaped it into what it is today. So being multicultural is a characteristic of Thai society class. So people live together with their different beliefs and their unique languages and cultures. Class, we have here religion-based society. Lots of activities in Thai's daily life are related to people's religions, which is Buddhism. With a population of 66 million and 5 main religions, Thailand is very diverse. So we have here meditation as practice of Buddhism, and we also have here Thai dance. It is a culture in Thailand. Now, class, let us study about Christianity. So Christianity was founded in Israel by Jesus Christ. Christians believe in one God, which is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was believed to be the Son of God. The Bible is the holy book of Christians, and Christian worship in churches. Class, Christian cross is the religious object of Christianity. So we have here the Christian cross. It represents Jesus Christ's crucifixion. The image of Mary, which is this one, Mother of Jesus Christ, is another religious symbol of Christianity. The priest is a man who has been trained to perform religious duties in a Catholic church, and they study about teaching the teachings of Christianity. The head priest in Thailand is called a bishop. The leader of the worldwide Catholic Church is called the Pope. Let us study about Islam. Islam is the religion of Islam was born in Saudi Arabia. Muhammad was the founder of Islam. The followers of Islam are called Muslims. Quran is the holy book of Islam. They believe in one God, and they believe that Muhammad was God's prophet. Plus, religious places of Islam. Mosques are places of worship for Muslims. They come to mosques for salah, information, education, and to dispute settlements. Salah is a Muslim prayer. They pray 5 times every day. Class, religious objects and people of Islam. Kaaba in Mecca is the most sacred object in Islam. It's in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, where the Hajj is demonstrated. There are no priests or monks in Islam. However, each mosque has an imam as a leader of the Salah and other religious ceremonies. Next class is Hinduism. Hinduism came from India. It's the world's oldest religion. It has no founders. Hindus are followers of Hinduism. All Hindus believe in three main gods, and they are called Trimurti or Great Trinity. They are Brahma, creator, Vishnu, preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. Vedas are the holy book of Hindus. Class temples and shrines are where religious ceremonies are held in Hinduism. There is a Hindu temple in Thailand called Sri Maha Uma Devi Temple on Salem Road or Sri Mariamman Temple on Salem Road. Hindu pay respect to the images of gods and goddesses. Hindu priests are called Brahmins. They lead the prayer and religious ceremonies. In Thailand, Brahmins lead royal ceremonies such as the royal birthday ceremony and the royal plunging ceremony. Let us discuss about Sikhism. So Sikhism is one of the world's youngest religion, originated in India, and it has 11 followers. Guru Nanak was the first founder. The holy scripture of Sikhism is called Guru Granth Sahib, and the meaning of the word guru is teacher in English. Sikhs are commonly seen in turbans and wear heavy metal bracelets, and Sikhs worship in Gurdwara or Sikh temples. The word means gateway to the Guru, so that is the English translation of Gurdwara. Next class, the most important Gurdwara is called Harmandir Sahib. It is located in India. The two religious objects are the image of Guru Nanak, which is the founder, and the holy book Guru Granth Sahib. A committee is appointed to take care of Sikh activities in a community. And in Thailand, this committee is called Thai Sikh Organization. Now class, let us proceed to Buddhism. Buddhism originated in India like Hinduism and Sikhism. Lord Buddha or Siddhartha Gautama was the founder of this religion. The three important books about Buddhism are called Tripitaka. Most Thai people are Buddhist. 95% of Thai people are actually Buddhist class. Now class, let us discuss about the religious places of Buddhism. Thailand has a lot of Buddhist temples and pagodas. Some temples are supported by the king or members of the royal family. Shrines and altars are also found in Buddhism. Let's discuss about the religious objects of Buddhism. Thai Buddhists worship Lord Buddha images and amulets. Some important Buddha images in Thailand are Emerald Buddha in Bangkok and Praputa Chinarat located in Pitsanulok province. Plus, when you say amulets, these are usually bracelets or necklaces that usually worn by Thai people or Buddhist people. Now, class, let us discuss about the religious people of Buddhism. Buddhist monks and nuns teach Thai Buddhists about Buddhism. The head of Thai monks is called the Supreme Patriarch. Let's continue with our discussion, and we are now into Lord Buddha's life. Lord Buddha's life started more than 2,500 years ago, and he used to be a prince named Siddhartha. He was the only son of King Suddhodana and Queen Siri Mahamaya. They live in Kabilaput. It is a small town in Nepal. One day, Prince Siddhartha sneaked out of the palace and he saw three kinds of people: old people, sick people, and dead people, and he realized that life was suffering. He then had faith to find a way to end suffering. So one night, when he was 29 years old, he decided to leave the palace and he became a monk. So plus to find a way to end suffering, Monk Siddhartha did a lot of things. He studied with the best teachers, with Hindu monks actually. He even tried torturing himself in many ways, and he fasted until he was thin. During that time, there were five ascetics taking care of him. They believed he was doing the right thing to get great knowledge. Still, Monk Siddhartha couldn't get enlightened. So monk Siddhartha realized that he was going the wrong way. He practiced meditation and did things the middle way. The five ascetics thought he had given up trying, so they left him. So class, after 6 years in the monkhood, monk Siddhartha finally became an enlightened being, and that night he was meditating under the Bodhi tree near the Niranjara river. It was the full moon night of the 6th lunar month. 35 years after his birth, monk Siddhartha was born again as Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha gave his first teaching to the five ascetics. The head ascetic, Kondanva, got enlightened and was ordained the first Buddhist monk ever. The three gems of Buddhism were completed for the first time. And what are the three gems of Buddhism? They were Lord Buddha, instructor, Dhamma, his teachings, and Sangha, monks. Later, Buddhism became very popular in India. Many people were ordained Buddhist monks. So class, Lord Buddha spent 45 years teaching people around India how to end suffering after he was enlightened. And at the age of 80, he passed away in the town called Kusinara. His passing away is called Nirvana, and Nirvana means that he will not be born again. Lord Buddha's last teaching was about the uncertainty of life. He told the monks to realize that and not to be careless. Living in a moderate way and practicing meditation would lead to true wisdom about life and the end of suffering eventually. Study about Lord Buddha's holy sites. So we have four important holy sites of Lord Buddha. And the first one is Lumbini, Nepal, birthplace of Lord Buddha. Bodh Gaya, India, enlightenment of Lord Buddha. Sarnath, India, first teaching of Lord Buddha. And Kusinara, India, nirvana of Lord Buddha or the death of Lord Buddha. Class, let us read about the Four Noble Truths. The first one is suffering or dukkha. Life is suffering. People always have natural needs to fulfill. They get sick and old, and death is unavoidable. Next, number two, cause of suffering or samudaya. Each suffering has its own cause. It's not an accident or a bad luck. No. What goes around comes around, or karma. Next class, let us discuss how to end suffering. Suffering can be ended and people need to find out how and go for it. But then Lord Buddha taught us about the Eight Noble Path, which is number 4, practice to end suffering or Magga. Lord Buddha introduced the Eight Noble Paths to people which could finally end their suffering. Let's read the Eight Noble Paths. The first one is samadhi or right understanding. People should have the right understanding about the Four Noble Truths or of the true nature of life. The second one is samasankappa, right intention. People should have the right intention to end suffering. Such intentions should be free from revenge, hatred, and harmfulness. Number 3 is samavaka, right speech. People should use the right speech and stay away from vicious talk, harsh language, and irresponsible talk. Next class, number 4, samakamanta, right action. People should do right things such as avoid killing, torturing, theft, and adultery. Next, number 5, sama ajiva, right livelihood. People should live by the right means and have a good career, which doesn't harm others. Number 6, sama vayama, right effort. People should put the right effort to avoid having bad emotions and to overcome bad emotions that have already arisen. Next class, number 7, we have samasati, right mindfulness. People should build the right mindfulness from within. This means to dwell in contemplation of the true stations of the mind. Number 8, samasamadhi, right concentration. People should have the right concentration or to fix the mind up on a single deed which they wish to perform along the right path. Now, class, let us read about Buddhism and Thai society. So, Buddhism was first introduced to Thais more than 700 years ago in the Sukhothai era, which is the first kingdom of Thailand. And in the old days, Buddhist temples were the centers of people's lives from all walks of life. When you say from all walks of life, from young people to adult to elderly people. And even now, many Thai ceremonies and practices are still connected to Lord Buddha's life and his teaching. Thai Buddhists. Thai Buddhists highly value and strictly worship the three gems of Buddhism, which are the Lord Buddha, Sangha, and Dhamma. Altars. Thais usually have Buddhist altars in their houses where they worship Buddhist images. Some also connected to amulets or hang them around their necks. Now, class, let us read about the Eight Noble Paths. Thai Buddhists follow the Eight Noble Paths and live their lives following Lord Buddha's teachings. They pray and practice meditation, and most Thais believe in the results of good karma and bad karma as well as in past lives. So when you say karma, class, if you do good, of course, good things will come to you, and if you do bad, bad things are going to come to you. Class, let us study about Thai society and democracy. Constitutional monarchy. Since 1932 AD, Thailand has been a constitutional monarchy because you have a prime minister and you have a king. This is where the king is the head of the state and the government is democratically elected or chosen, voted by the people. Abraham Lincoln. Democracy is a system that believes in people's freedom, equality, and mutual respect. Abraham Lincoln, former American president, short definition of democratic government as government of the people, by the people, for the people. Next class, let us study about democracy. Democracy is a system which allows all people to participate in the democratic process while living in freedom under the law. Living in a democratic society, Thais are expected to understand and be aware of their democratic responsibilities. Class, there are four principles of democracy. The first one, people's sovereignty is the supreme power. The king or the president is the head of the state. Human rights and freedom are protected by the Constitution. That's why we have laws to follow. And the governance is made under the laws. Now, class, let us discuss about the three types of sovereign power. The first one is legislative power. It is used by the parliament to make laws. These are the people who make laws for the people to follow. The next one is administrative power. It is used by the cabinet to take care of the country. And the third one, judicial power. It is used by the courts to maintain justice. Constitution. The Constitution is the most powerful law used to govern the country. All laws issued must be complied with under the institution. It is a guideline of any discipline such as style of governmental use of sovereignty and the rights and responsibilities of Thai citizens. Plus, there are two uses of sovereign power. The first one is direct use. People are able to use legislative, administrative, and judicial, the three types of sovereign power, by having a formal convention. And this happens in communities that have a small population because government people can meet with each other and talk about government, talk about laws, and the people. But nowadays, most democratic countries are so big in size and population that people are not able to use the sovereign power directly. And so what do you call is that? And that is the second use of sovereign power, which is indirect use through representative. So sovereign power can be used. This practice is seen in most countries nowadays, such as Britain, Japan, America, and Thailand. The representatives are elected, voted, chosen by the people to be the one who substitute for the majority of people in political legislative processes. Now, class, let us discuss about the three applications of sovereign power. The first one is legislative power. And under legislative power, we have parliament. Under parliament, we have Senate and House of Representatives. The second one is administrative power. And under administrative power, we have four departments: the cabinet, the ministry, department, and division. Plus is judicial power, and under judicial power we have constitutional court, the court of justice, administrative court, and military court. The three parties must work in collaboration. What are these three parties? We have legislative, administrative, and judicial. They are allowed to examine each other's performance. For what? To enhance a transparent, good government. So class, that's the end of our review video for your final assessment in social studies. If you have any questions, ideas, suggestions, or anything that you want to tell Miss MJ, you are free to send me a message in Google Classroom or in my personal line account, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you the soonest. Goodbye!